If I showed you where Abuja is expanding to next, would you take advantage of it, or would you wait until everyone else have bought?
Well, today we'll be telling you how expansion happens here in the city of Abuja, telling you from how it starts from the inside out, how infrastructure affects this, roads as well, and the places to actually look at in today's conversation. If you stay to the end, you're definitely going to have a good value for the time you spend with us today.
Okay, so we're going to start with how Abuja expands. And this is one secret that a lot of investors, this is their secret. They already know this.
Yeah.
They do it, they take advantage of it. And that's why they're even called investors, right?
Yeah.
So they know the secret, and we're going to show you that secret today. So when you talk about expansion, generally, most developed cities, they start to grow, they expand outward.
Yeah.
So for Abuja, like we already know, Abuja has been planned right from the
Yeah, the
beginning.
master plan, all of that,
Yes,
yeah.
right. So development started from the city center. So when I say city center, I'm referring to places like Maitama, Garki,
Asokoro, those
Asokoro,
areas,
those
yes.
areas. And they went through the different stages of development until full circle.
Yeah.
From layout to drainages to good roads, infrastructure, proper infrastructure, hospitals, markets, and all of that. And as soon as they completed the full circle, development started moving from this place, from these areas to the neighboring areas, and kept spreading out. So generally in Abuja, this is still happening, because you notice right now, people are basically looking for affordable lands to buy, can barely buy land in the city center.
Affordable lands.
And that's mainly because land in the city center is limited.
Yes.
Is limited. You barely find, and even when you find,
you need to have good money. Your pocket has to be really deep.
Right?
Yeah.
So as it is right now, Abuja is already expanding outward, and that is why we have other places that are emerging, other growth areas. This expansion, or I'll call it development, is spreading outward, and it is affecting the neighboring areas. So let's say from a place like Guzape.
Yes.
So expansion has happened within, from Guzape all the way to the neighboring areas like Guzape, Asukoro, Apo, Lokogoma, all the way down to Apo, Wasa. And if you're looking to invest in the city of Abuja, and then maybe you're thinking that where should I invest, then you need to stay with us and listen very carefully. I'm going to give you a lot of tips.
This thing she said now reminded me of a client that once reached out, and he was asking why he was looking to buy land in somewhere called Dakibiu, that is in close to Jabi. If you know Abuja, Jabi is a popular place. I was wondering why land there is quite expensive, and this thing she said is just how it plays out. Because of that, the way development grows out, as soon as development hits somewhere and it's almost full circle, prices there goes up. Once good roads come in and people begin to really inhabit such places, the prices go really up. And that is how Abuja expands. Abuja, okay, I wouldn't say if you don't know, Abuja has a master plan which it is following, and it started from the city center, like she rightly said. So investors or people who really want to make the most, they go and wait for it to the place where it is growing towards how the expansion goes. So you just follow it, it's going from the middle and then spreading out, and they go to particular places and wait for them. But this is also a good place to remind you that you don't just go to place because okay, let's say Abuja is spreading and expanding towards Apowasa right now, and then you go and buy land or purchase land in Apowasa before it is allocated. The best time is to buy it or have it when the FCD has approved such a place, and the place you're going to be bringing to your attention today is already FCD approved. That is Apowasa, right? And one of the things that drives expansion in Abuja is infrastructure, right? Infrastructure. So what can you say about that?
Okay, so majorly, infrastructure is the key driver of development
Yeah.
in, I think, around the world,
Around the world, actually.
globally, everywhere, infrastructure. And when we say infrastructure, we're referring to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So road infrastructure, we're
Yeah.
referring to houses,
Yeah.
we're referring to markets, we're referring to anything at all that makes life comfortable for anyone, right?
Yeah.
So in the case of Abuja, there's a lot of infrastructure going on, especially that the recent FCT minister is very, very deliberate with
Deliberate.
infrastructure development in the city of Abuja. And he's opening up a lot of remote areas using infrastructure. And recently, I would not very recent anyway, but he awarded the construction of the Apo Kaushi Asokoro Road,
Yeah.
construction. And when he went to check how check the progress
Yeah.
of that work, and he realized that the previous people were not going at the speed that he wanted,
Yeah.
right? So he awarded it to a different set of people. And right now, if you go there, there's a lot
Yeah.
of work that is currently going on. So that single road infrastructure that is being constructed at the moment has opened up these places,
Exactly.
all the areas from Guzape to Apo to Apowasa, Karushi,
Yeah.
that express, all the places around that place are beginning to open up
Exactly.
gradually. And this is one thing you should always look out for when you intend to buy properties in locations that are emerging. You look out for places in that location that are expanding. That's if you are following us and you truly understand where we are headed to.
Something interesting. I've summed everything she said in one sentence. You see, roads give direction to investment. So once a road begins to go there, it shows that, oh, there's something going. It gives direction. Once people begin to see a road, especially a massive road like the one she mentioned has been awarded. Imagine the minister will award it to someone else. I can tell you how serious he wants it to be done. So that road that is leading somewhere gives insight to people who want to invest. Says, oh, road shows direction of where to invest in. And that is something very good. And once roads begin to come up, next thing, other things come up, houses, estates begin to come up, markets, and all of that. It literally opens up a place to investment. And that's how these people actually follow the expansion, not an expansion, the expansion of Abuja and make a whole lot of money for themselves. And that is also, we want to be one of those people that bring you in on this, educate you on this, so that you can make the most out of it. And there's something I said earlier, and it's important that I reiterate. You know why this Asokoro Apo, this Asokoro Karashi Road, Asokoro Apo, all the way to Karashi is being actively worked upon is because these areas have been approved by the FCDA.
Exactly.
And once an area is approved by the FCDA, they prioritize infrastructure in that place. And once infrastructure is prioritized in an area, it is sure to experience value appreciation over time.
Okay.
So this is one thing that is happening around that corridor, that area. So it's a 10 lane road coming from. Don't worry, if you stay with us on our channel, we'll be showing you in detail what it looks like. Maybe right now as we're talking, you're trying to get a mental picture, but it starts from Asokoro, crosses all the way past ShopRite, Apple, down to the mechanic village, and all the way down connecting to Karishi. It's a place where growth is growing towards, and somewhere you should actually look at right now.
Okay, so that being said, there's something very key I want to emphasize. Infrastructure drives the direction of the expansion of every city, and it is the same thing going on right here in the city of Abuja. So as you're following infrastructure, you realize that that is where the city is expanding. So if the government is paying attention, constructing, or rather bringing infrastructure into a particular area, you realize that the entire city is expanding towards that area.
Yeah.
Once people get wind of such news, or just like in the case of Abuja, where it's been announced everywhere on the news, you know that something is happening around Apoka, Road, you know, people begin to look out for those places.
Exactly.
You know, people who know the benefits of these, they begin to look out for these places. They begin to go there. Yes, because they know that for infrastructure will not just come to any place. The government will not just construct road.
You need to know where I mean.
It means something is going to happen there, you know. So once government begins to construct infrastructure in a particular place, everything about expansion heads towards that place. The direction moves towards that place. That is when you see a lot of people coming there to start buying land.
Yeah.
Some people come there, oh, I see that government is doing something. I think I need to start building my hospital in this area. Oh, I think I need to have an estate in this area. And gradually, these places begin to open up. And before you know it, they grow and become cities as well.
This is a good place to let you know that maybe you're wondering, okay, infrastructure they're talking about, will the government even follow through? This is a good place to let you know that over 50%, if not 60% of the budget that was approved for the FCT goes into infrastructure. So if something that massive has been put into infrastructure, come on now, this is something you should actually consider and take seriously, that, okay, if the government has put so much in there, that means something is coming up. So it's important that you actually not just watch and listen, but start making plans, have your questions ready, call us to say, okay, what's the next step to take, and all of that, so that we can help you be one of the pioneers, the early people, the pioneers of such a place, to reap the advantages of being an early mover in such a place. So we've told you a couple of things, how the city expands outwardly, how infrastructure drives it, especially infrastructures like road. And now we are fastly coming to, or we are close to the end of this live session with us today. And before we end, we just hint you on the property we have in that area. Can you do that for us, please?
Okay, so and before we do, there's something we pointed out in the beginning that we just want to give them small insights before we move. So we've talked about how Abuja expands. We've talked about how infrastructure drives the direction of the expansion. And let's just hint about how people who want to build wealth, people who want to, you know, people who are looking to invest in areas early before the areas become well known to others, how they do it, how they take advantage of these opportunities. These opportunities, right?
Yeah.
So when you begin to hear that a place is opening up, when you begin to hear that government is paying attention to a particular place, that is the time you should look out to invest in those places. That's the time you should begin to make up your mind, decide to buy real estate or invest in real estate in those places, right? And those kind of opportunities, when they come, it is good to buy more than one plot.
Very good, absolutely.
Some people just get one plot. No, just buy. And the benefit of this is you get properties at that point at a very affordable, the best prices ever. And another thing is you have the opportunity to choose the best, plots possible, best location plots in that area. And then when people begin to know what is happening in this area, when the area becomes well known, if you want at that point,
if you want,
you can sell
to those who are knowing at that time.
Right? So you are the one who has the biggest win.
Exactly.
So this is just one of the secrets that we want to share with you. And right now we're going to introduce you to a property we have in an area that is emerging, which is Apo Wasa, right? And this property is called Crystal estate located in Apuasa. It is an FCDA ROO titled property, meaning that it is a safe investment, right? It has government-backed documentation. It is properly registered. So my colleague will take it over from here.
Well, at this point, I know you're obviously maybe curious, you want to know more. All I can say to you is just stay stuck, glued, follow like your life depends on it. Follow our channel. We'll be letting you know more about this and how you can actually make the most out of it. For now, it's on its pre-sale season and it's at the least price that you can ever get. This is the best time, considering the location, considering all the good that comes with it. Just stay glued to our channel. If you have questions or further inquiries, our contact is in the description down below. You can place a call and we'll take it up from there to ensure that we give you the best. And yes, we have plot sizes starting from 150 up to 750, and the least entry point right now is 5.3
million.
Only for a 150 square meter, let's say 500 square meter.
5.3 million.
Yeah, for a 150 square meter plot, that's how you can start off. Remember, it's already an FCD approved area and has an FCD RF1. As she rightly said, it's safe, it's secure, and an investment worthy of making now. With that being said, thank you for watching so far, for listening so far. It's our soul and core responsibility to always make sure that you make the best of decisions whenever you want to buy or invest in real estate. Here in Abuja, we are your trusted real estate partners. All right, you can always consider what we say to be legit and always help you make the best in your decisions.
Right. So remember, reach out to the number in the comment section. We're waiting for that call. See you soon.
See you in the next one, and bye for now.